Bill, Hobo Bill. Hobo was a railway bum. He was fighting for his life. Seemed like life had just begun. He had that sadness in his eyes that revealed the torture of his soul. He raised that weak and weary hand and brushed away the coal. No warm lights flickering around him, no blankets there to fold. Nothing but a howling wind and cold and driving rain and snow. And when he heard the whistle blowing in a dreary kind of way, the hobo seemed content, for he smiled and, well, there he lay. Hobo Bill, oh, Hobo Bill, out in the rain, fallen in a lonely boxcar. The door slid open and there was a guy with a Billy Jack. Looked at Hobo and shook his head and just ran back. And while the train sped through the darkness and the raging snow and storm outside, no one knew that Hobo Bill was taking his last ride. It was early in the morning when they raised that hobo's head, and the smile still lingered on his face, but Hobo Bill was dead. There was no mother longing to soothe his weary soul. It was Hobo Bill's last ride out there in the cold. I guess it's better than a fiery death, I don't know. I've always had this fear of drowning, but not in the snow. Let's get on with the shoe-do, or whatever that is we do. Something. Got the paper clips, the rubber bands, and we'll see what happens here. Enjoy. Yeah, well, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a joke about a quarterback of a local football team. He's out jogging through the neighborhood, and he's taking himself up like, oh yeah, I'm the best. I'm going to throw that ball so hard, I'm going to make a goal. And as he's jogging, he begins to hear a screaming down the street and sees an area that seems brighter than the rest. He wraps around the corner to see what's happening. And as he arrives, the light and screaming, he realizes the house in the neighborhood is covered in flames, and he sees the last fireman running out with a woman in his arms. And the fireman gets the lady to a safe distance and begins to run back towards the house. Yes, she's beginning to run back in, and the fireman grabs her, and she says, "Please, no, my baby's still inside," she exclaims. "I'm sorry, ma'am, there's nothing we can do at this point. The fire has grown too big." The fireman said it in such a somber tone, tears rolled down her cheeks. The quarterback couldn't live with this on his conscience. As he felt he could save the baby, he takes action and sprints inside, and a few minutes later, everybody sees him run outside with a baby in his arms, and everybody's cheering in excitement. They see he saved the baby from a fiery death. He raises the baby above his head and slams it to the ground and exclaims, "Bam, touchdown."